Kenya does not need an all-knowing savior or ruler for that particular matter. The country needs a hard-working, honest, consensus builder or leader to mobilize the country and create a level of trust in the people of Kenya to invest their energy and their focus in moving their country to the next level. And I would like to make that contribution with my colleagues in the opposition and all Kenyans of goodwill.
Just a day after DCP party leader and also the former deputy president Rigathi Gachagua made a statement in a church service that has elicited reaction from Kenyans. According to the tourism sector, leaders have come to condemn the statement that was made by Rigathi Gachagua by urging international tourists not to tour Kenya till the next election in 2027, citing that Kenya has a crisis of insecurity. Leaders from the coast region have come together to condemn the statement, urging and asking tourists to tour Kenya, that Kenya is a safe country. Now, the Jubilee Party has also come to condemn the situation and the statement, citing that Kenyans should safeguard their country, and also whoever who feels like touring Kenya is free to do so. According to their statement, they start by saying, I quote, Jubilee Party calls for responsible leadership in safeguarding Kenya's economy. And they say, fellow Kenyans, Jubilee Party has taken note of recent public statement calling upon international tourists and prospective investors to suspend their visit and investment in the country until after the general election next year. While we fully appreciate the frustrations that continue to be expressed regarding the state of the governance, insecurity, and the shrinking democratic space, and the growing concerns over the use of violence and criminal elements in our politics, we believe that any communication made in pursuit of political change must equally safeguard the national interest. They continue by saying, as part, we have consistently condemned the infiltration of criminal gangs and hired goons into our political processes. We have repeatedly called upon the government to guarantee the safety of all Kenyans, protect constitutional freedom, and restore public confidence in law enforcement. This remains legitimate concerns that demand urgent attention from the current administrations. However, we respectively submit that calls which may be interpreted as discouraging tourists and foreign investment risk creating unintended consequences for millions of ordinary Kenyans whose livelihood depend directly on this sector. Tourism remains one of the largest foreign exchange earners, supporting hundreds of thousands of jobs across the hotels, transport sector, tourism operations, cultural enterprises, conservation initiatives, agriculture, and countless small businesses in the country. Likewise, investment for fuels industrial growth, creates employment and opportunities for our youths, expands innovation, and strengthens our country. They continue by saying, the people who bear the greatest cost of declining tourist arrival or reduced investment are not those in positions of political authority. It is hotel workers in Diani, the tour guide Masai Mara, the artisan in Mombasa, the farmer supplying fresh produce to hospitality segment, the tax operator, the young entrepreneur, and thousands of families whose daily income depends on a vibrant economy. They continue by saying, Jubilee Party therefore wishes to reaffirm that Kenya remains a nation of immense opportunity, extraordinary natural beauty, resilience, institutions, and warm, welcoming people. Our differences with the current administration are political and policy-based. They should never diminish confidence in the Republic of Kenya itself or the immense potential of its people. They continue by saying that the country, they say they welcome, according to them, they're saying, we encourage all visitors, investors, development partners, and friends of Kenya to continue engaging with our country. Kenya's democratic journey has always been strengthened through constitutional process, peaceful civic participation, and the resilience of its citizens. We remain confident that our nation will continue on the path. At the same time, we urge the government to recognize that restoring investor confidence cannot be achieved through public relations alone. It requires genuine commitment to rule of law, protection of life, property, respect of constitutional rights, political tolerance, and an end to violence and intimidation in our public affair. A stable political environment is the strongest foundation for sustained economic growth. Finally, they finish by saying, finally, Jubilee Party calls upon all political leaders across both government and opposition to exercise prudence in public discourage. Our words carry weight, they shape perception, influence markets, affect livelihood, and ultimately determine how the world views our nation. Kenya is bigger than any political party, any individual, or any election cycle. Even as we vigorously compete for leadership and advocate for change, let us remain united in protecting the economic interest of our people, preserving the dignity and reputation of our country. Mbele pamoja. Thank you, Honorable Moitarel Ole Kenta, the Secretary General of the Jubilee Party.